Hey there everyone, welcome to the Tamriko Lifestyle channel where I talk about loving yourself and the world around you through veganism. I haven't eaten meat for 8 years and I've been completely vegan for 3 years, so I'm sharing my knowledge and experience with you. Today my issue will be devoted to a very important and interesting topic, namely the ingredient of animal origin which manufacturers deliberately hide in our household items, which at first glance cannot contain something non-vegan. The ability to ask intelligent questions is already an important and necessary sign of intelligence and insight. Therefore, you and I cannot blindly trust or non-check important aspects in our lives. Do you agree? Support my work specifically for English language YouTube with the likes, subscriptions and comments, so you will help my channel a lot. Thank you! Some animal products such as chicken broth or beef extracts are obvious and easy to spot, but others have veiled names that you would never think were associated with animals. Ingredients of animal origin are found in various products including food, clothing, cosmetics, alcohol and medicine. Over the years, I make fewer mistakes, and I'd like to use my knowledge to share with you some sneaky non-vegan ingredients to avoid on a plant-based diet. If you're new to veganism and accidentally ate something from this list, I want you to know that it's okay and don't beat yourself up. Now you will know about these ingredients and knowledge is power. Given that substances of animal origin are everywhere and often unlabeled, it is impossible to completely avoid their influence. But watching my video will help you avoid the most common animal substances. The following ingredients are classified according to where they appear in the food industry. So, ingredients of animal origin in food products. Casein. Casein is the main protein in milk. It can be found in ingredient lists of cream soups, sherbet, ice cream, margarine, pudding, and many foods that are labeled dairy-free. So, be careful and always look at the ingredient list for the non-vegan ingredient. Milk whey. Whey is a liquid that remains after curdling and straining milk. It is a byproduct of cheese or casein production. Whey is such a common and inexpensive food additive that is commonly used in crackers and cheese-flavored snacks, margarine, hot dogs, and sausages. It is often used in packaged desserts such as waffles, pancakes, muffins, puddings, chocolates, nougat, and caramel. Lactose. As many of you know, lactose is not a vegan ingredient. Lactose is a sugar found in milk. However, it is often found in margarine, some cereal, frozen potato products, instead mashed potato mix, some ready-made loaves of bread, muffins, cookies, rolls, and some pancakes or waffle mix. Lactic acid. Lactic acid is an ingredient that may or may not be vegan. Although there are many vegan forms of lactic acid, there is still a lot of animal lactic acid on the market. It is used as a food preservative, hardener, and flavoring agent. It is an ingredient in processed food often found in pickles, olives, sauerkraut, candy, frozen desserts, baked goods, canned fruits, and wine. Always look for lactic acid products that say vegan on the front to be absolutely sure it's not animal lactic acid. Gelatin. Gelatin is the basis of everything sweet and chewy. Gelatin is protein obtained by boiling skin, tendons, ligaments, and/or bones in water. It is usually obtained from cows and pigs. Gelatin is used in shampoos, face masks, and other cosmetics, as a thickener for fruit gelatins and puddings such as gel oil, in candies, marshmallows, cakes, ice cream, and yogurts, on photographic films, and in vitamins in the form of the collagen and in the form of capsules, something it is used to brighten wines. Try looking for gelatin-free products instead. Confectionery glaze. Pastry icing is not a vegan ingredient to avoid, despite it sounding like a glazed donut. This ingredient comes from crushed beetles and is often used in candies and baked goods to create a smooth and shiny surface. Be careful, as this is also listed as raisin glaze, shell-like natural glaze, or pure food-grade glaze. Cochineal or carmine. Look out for that non-vegan ingredient. Cochineal and carmine are mainly made from crushed insects and beetles using the red dye. This ingredient is used in red candies and other red dyes food. Fun fact, red dye number 40 is a red dye that is vegan and pesticide-free. Castoreum. Castoreum is an anal secretion that viewers use to mark their territories. What does this have to do with food? Well, it happens to smell like vanilla. In the past, it was something used as a food flavoring for vanilla, for example in ice cream, and was used to enhance the flavor of raspberries or strawberries and as an ingredient in perfumes. Today, castoreum is rarely used in conventional foods, mostly because it's difficult and therefore expensive to harvest. However, if vanilla extract or similar product says artificial flavoring, it could be anal secretion from beaver buds. So, try to choose a natural flavoring. Ice in glass. Keep an eye on the glass as it is fish bladder used to filter and clarify beer, wine, and spirits. If you didn't already know many types of beer, wine, and spirits, use glass in the process of filtering the liquid. Do a Google search to find out if your favorite drinks are vegan or if you don't use glass to filter a drink. L-cysteine. L-cysteine can be of plant or animal origin. It is often made from human hair or bird feather and is sometimes used as a dough conditioner in white or wheat bread. To check if your L-cysteine in your products is vegan, I recommend contacting the company and asking them if the L-cysteine is plant-based or animal-derived. Oleic acid. Oleic acid can be made from rennet animal fat. It is often found in synthetic butter, vegetable fats and oils, and in many beverages and condiments. They are one of those sneaky ingredients to avoid. Vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 can be added to fortified food as well as multivitamins and is obtained from lamb's wool. As mentioned, vitamin D3 is used to fortify foods and beverages such as orange juice. Make sure you get your vitamin D by taking vitamin D2 as it is plant-based or a vegan form of vitamin D3. Guys, vegetarians who eat cheese should be aware that most cheeses are made with pepsin, which coagulates enzymes from the stomachs of slaughtered cows. An alternative to dairy can be soy cheese, which does not contain byproducts of animal origin. But most soy cheeses are made with casein, which is obtained from cow's milk. Rennet enzyme produced from the stomach of cows, unless it is indicated that the enzyme is vegetable, microbacterial, or microbial. All these varieties are suitable for vegetarians. Most cheeses, some types of cheese, cannot do without rennet. It is absent in sour creams and yogurts, but there may be gelatin. You should be more careful even if it says chymosin or rennet, both are of both non-animal or animal origin. If it says bacterial sourdough or sour milk sourdough, it is a vegetarian ingredient. And how could you add to this list? Write your opinion in the comments. Keep in mind that this list is not exhaustive. There are thousands of technical and proprietary names for ingredients variations. Many ingredients known by the same name can be of animal, plant, or synthetic origin. Today, I told you about the food industry, but ahead will be lecturing on the use of animal in other industries. So, animal ingredients include any material derived from the body of an animal. This term covers many non-vegan ingredients. Examples include fat, meat, blood, milk, eggs, and lesser known foods such as rennet. From this list, it may seem like a vegan lifestyle is difficult to follow or that everything must contain animal products, but once you learn to identify these ingredients and avoid them in your weekly grocery store, you will have a better understanding of a plant-based diet. Being vegan means helping animals and maintaining a personal clean life, but I want to point out right away that boycotting products that may contain traces of animal products can actually be harmful to animals in the long run. For example, by refusing to eat a veggie burger from a restaurant because the bun may contain traces of milk or eggs, you're preventing that restaurant from offering vegan options because it seems too difficult. Therefore, it is necessary to demonstrate the demand and popularize the vegan lifestyle. I promise it will get easier with time. Over time, that vegan lifestyle becomes second nature and you won't even notice that you have eliminated sneaking on vegan ingredients from your life. Use my video as a guide and do your best to avoid animal ingredients. Being vegan is not a trend, this is an awakening. So join me, thanks for watching my video, till next time!